we've got the featured fight of the night. We've got Jim Miller, a man with like 37 fights in the UFC or something absolutely insane like that. He's the favourite over the debuting Erick Gonzalez, who actually fought relatively recently, 2 months ago, over at Lights Out against a 5-3 opponent. For that, he's got a win over 7-5 opponent. So the guys that he's been beating, 4-1's not too bad, but he hasn't really been beating the best guys in the world. And speaking of the best guys in the world, Jim Miller has been in there with them. My guy is 38 years old, but he has fought 37 times inside the UFC. He's fought Thiago Alves, he's fought Dustin Poirier, he's fought Joe Lozon, Diego Sanchez, Michael Chiesa, Beneil Dariush, Donald Cerrone, and Joe Lozon again. He's fought Nate Diaz as well, Melvin Gillard, Benson Henderson. Like, dude, the list just keeps increasing and going on. Who has Jim Miller not fought? That was Gray Maynard. Oh, mate. Matt Wyman. Man, he fought Chris Ligori twice in a row. Fair enough. And yeah, man, like this guy, man, he was fighting in the UFC since 2008. He's been signed to the UFC for 13 years, and now he's fighting a guy who has been fighting in the UFC for 0 years. I mean, I could be really stupid, and maybe he's fought in the UFC before, but I don't think he has. He hasn't. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in Jim Miller to get this job done. I know that he's got pretty much the most submission wins in the UFC. Maybe not, something like that anyway. I think he's going to find a submission over Erick Gonzalez here. I think he's going to take him down. I think he is going to find a submission here. Gonzalez is pretty good, but I just don't think that he's as good as Jim Miller. I think that the UFC really wants Jim Miller to get 40 fights in the UFC. They've brought this guy in, Erick Gonzalez, from I forgot the name, Combat Americas. And dude, like, no disrespect to Erick Gonzalez, I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. He's fighting Jim Miller in the featured bout of a fight night. I mean, that's pretty insane, man. And if he does beat Jim Miller, he's going to get a pretty decent boost of stock. I know Jim Miller's not the same fighter he was in 2010 when he was starting out, but I mean, the guys that he's losing to are pretty high level. Vince Pichel, another veteran of the game, who recently beat Austin Hubbard. He's got a win over Roosevelt Roberts by submission. Unfortunately, Roosevelt got cut from the UFC. I don't know about that one, man. Lost to Scott Holtzman. He beat Clay Buguida only a couple of years ago as well, but I've got to go with Erick. I'm going with Jim Miller by submission. Far out, man.